if you just let me carry him for you. You can't control him.
You can't control me.
This woman gave birth to a strange child. Not only did he learn to speak in just one day, he even called her by her name.
Rowan?
Rowan thought her special abilities had affected the baby, but only 3 days later, the boy began to grow at an alarming speed. Before long, he already looked 5 or 6 years old. He ate an enormous amount of food and had an extremely violent temper.
Give it to me.
Like it if you could ask nicely. Can you say please?
The boy covered his ears, refusing to listen to Rowan. But after all, he was her own child, so Rowan could only spoil him patiently. One day, while she was busy with housework, a ghost suddenly appeared in the house, claiming it had sensed an evil force. She gave Rowan a warning.
It's not a sin to kill the devil.
Deep down, Rowan already knew this child might have come from Lasher, the witch's sworn enemy. Because during a previous escape, when she was badly injured, her soul had once been magically controlled by Lasher. Even though there was no 10-month pregnancy, the child was still born from her body. To determine how much of Lasher's soul remained, she used her powers on the boy for the first time. The result was completely normal. His body was no different from that of an ordinary human. Rowan wrote everything down, but hesitated at the word human, adding a question mark beside it. At that moment, a scream suddenly came from the bedroom. Driven by a mother's instinct, Rowan used her powers to force the door open, only to find the boy had grown even bigger. As time passed, the boy continued to grow, and his mind developed along with his body. At 15 or 16, the age of rebellion, he found a doll in the basement. Rowan froze, because that doll once housed Lasher himself. She stepped forward to take it away, but the boy suddenly pushed her hard. In panic, Rowan instinctively activated her powers. When she saw the blood on the floor, she immediately realized she had made a mistake. But Rowan had no experience in dealing with a violent child, so she temporarily left him in the care of her elders and went to work at the hospital. She sent the glass stained with the boy's blood for testing, trying to find out what was abnormal. While waiting for the results, a young girl in one of the wards caught her attention. The girl knew she was terminally ill, yet tried her best not to let her mother cry. The contrast with her own son made Rowan soften. She used her powers to cure the girl's fatal illness. The treatment consumed enormous energy. Rowan collapsed into a chair and fell asleep. During that time, the boy grew again, this time into a 17 or 18-year-old. When Rowan returned home, she was completely stunned. She tried to hug him, but the boy suddenly kissed her.
No.
Rowan immediately stopped him. They were now almost the same age. Even though they were mother and son, certain forms of closeness were no longer appropriate. Feeling wronged, the boy walked to the window and faintly heard laughter in the distance. Taking advantage of Rowan's inattention, he secretly left the house and slipped into a bar where a party was underway. Faced with the seductive scene before him, he seemed to smell a scent identical to the one on his mother. That night was destined to be completely out of control. Just a few hours later, the boy frantically knocked on the door. He didn't know what had gone wrong, only begging his mother to save the girl. But although Rowan could cure fatal illnesses, she could not bring the dead back to life. Like many mothers of children who make mistakes, Rowan instinctively chose to cover for her son. She locked him in the basement and carried the body to the river, using witchcraft to sink it forever beneath the water.